and today I have B&H. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I want to thank you so much for joining us.
Definitely.
Can you please tell our viewers your name and your position?
My name is Dana Glidden. I manage social media for B&H Photo.
Can you please tell our viewers how long have you been B&H and how did you kind of become connected with them as well?
I just passed 15 years at B&H. I have had this job for 2 days longer than I lived in New York. It's been a great company to work for, and yeah.
And can you please tell our viewers next, what is being featured this year at 2022 NAB?
This is I believe it's our 29th NAB, so our presence here continues to grow. This has been our spot for the last many years next to Sony here. This year we have almost double the size of the booth that we normally have. We have 2 dedicated camera lineups, a unique feature for B&H here where we're kind of putting one camera next to the other for our guests to test against and really make an informed decision. So we have our standard camera lineup for anything from ENG to commercial video, and our cinema camera lineup for filmmaking and anything higher end through our B&H Studio division. Along with that, we have a whole slew of audio this year with a dedicated podcast setup, an on-location sound setup, and shotgun and boom mic demo area. We have a full post-production setup with HP Z computers and Blackmagic design. So we have a whole post-production setup as well for anything from color grading to VR production. And our vendor area in the back, we have a variety of vendors that have joined us this year who are showcasing either new or hot products for what they offer for our clientele. And what else? We have a demo stage, which you can see behind us. We have presentations happening 2 or 3 days this week, about 6 or 7 presentations a day.
And if anybody would like to find out more about B&H or the products you have, where can they find you?
You can check out bhphoto.com and BH Photo across basically anything on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube channel, and elsewhere.
And whether it be something B&H is working on in the future or now, is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
Well, we do have our superstore in New York City on 34th and 9th, which has become sort of a chosen destination for everybody in the industry, and it's worth checking out for anybody within the photo and video industry. It's like NAB in the center of Manhattan.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us. It's been great to be back at the 2022 NAB. I hope you have a wonderful day. I want to thank you for taking the time.
You too. Thanks so much.
I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Guillaume, and welcome to Cirque It Out,
The exclusive Cirque du Soleil fitness series, where we will guide you through a different workout every week, ranging from beginner to advanced.
Today, the very first episode of Cirque It Out Season 2. We're gonna start with our beginner back workout.
Are you ready?
Let's Cirque It Out. We're going to start with the neutral position. The neutral position is the combination of 3 muscle groups: the pelvic floor, the multifidus, and the transverse abdominis. So first, pelvic floor. You have to think of the pelvic floor of like a sling that is supporting you from underneath. And to activate your pelvic floor, you have to think about retaining yourself from peeing. And you want to be able to breathe in and breathe out and hold the contraction within your pelvic floor. Second part, transverse abdominis. To feel your transverse, put your hands on your hip bones and feel the natural activation that goes in your transverse when you are activating your pelvic floor. So what you have to feel that the zone underneath your fingers is naturally flattening up when you are activating your pelvic floor. Multifidus. The multifidus is a muscle that is located underneath your lumbar muscles. And the role of this muscle is to stabilize your spine. To feel your multifidus, you put one hand underneath your back and you have to feel that it's small cushion along your spine. Not the big lumbar muscle, but the small muscle just along the spine. Activate pelvic floor, feel the transverse, feel your multifidus, and just hold this position for a couple of breaths in and breathe out. Once this is done, we can start with the first exercise, beginner dead bug. So you're going to start in this position and engage your muscle chain, so pelvic floor, transverse, multifidus, and then you're going to bring your knees into a tabletop. In this position, while still holding the muscle chain, you're going to bring one leg down without releasing the muscle chain and bring your knee up. Then you're going to bring the other one down and bring it up. And you're going to do 10 of each. So left, right is 1, and you're going to do 10 reps of this one. If you want to add another difficulty, you can bring your shoulder up off the floor and your arms off the floor like this to bring more contraction into your abs. And then again, knees up, knees down. 10 reps of those. And you can do 3 sets of 10 for this one. And now, we're going to show you the bridging exercise. So bridging, starting in the same position, engage your muscle chain and slowly you're going to roll yourself up and rolling vertebra by vertebra into a bridging position. Once you're here, feel all the muscle connection and slowly you're going to bring one leg up. So extend one leg without moving your hip, bringing it down and switch. Up and down. You can do 10 reps of this, and if you want to add difficulty, you're going to bring your hands on your legs. So like this, you have less part of your bodies on the floor, so the proprioceptive aspect of the exercise is raised up, which will challenge more the proprioception of your spine. So you can do 10 reps of this, take a break, and do 3 sets total. Alright, so now we're going to get into the rotation exercise. The rotation exercises are meant to bring more mobility within your spine. So first exercise is going to be a twist crunch. So for the twist crunch, you're going to bring one of your legs on top of your knee, and you're going to do a crunch bringing opposite elbow to opposite knee. Of course, holding the same muscle chain that we explained at the beginning of the episode. You're going to give me 10 reps of this and then switch legs. Yes, the same. If you want to add more difficulties, bring both of your legs into a tabletop and then goes opposite knee, opposite elbow. 10 reps. Still holding the initial position. Don't lose that connection into the muscle chain. That's very important. All right. And now we're going to do into another rotation exercise, which is the book opening. All right, so for a book opening, you're going to be laid down on your side like this, and what you want to be aligned, to align your ankles, your hip, and your shoulders. You're going to start in this position with hands together, and then slowly you're going to slide your hands on top of your arms and do like if you would be opening a book. Now there you have to feel engaging your core within the same muscle chain that we explained at the beginning. Feel the twist in your core and then bring it back slowly but surely. You can do 10 reps of this and then switch sides. If you want to add more difficulties, what we can do is you can go straight arms. So open, stay engaged in your core, open, open, open. Go as far as you can within your range of flexibility. Don't try to overstretch if you don't have the range of motion. All right, you can do 10 reps of each side and then we can go into the next exercise. So this next exercise is called the lying clamp. So this exercise is meant to target mainly your glute. So you're going to be laid down in the same position with aligned ankle, hip and shoulder. And what you're going to do is that you want to raise up your knee. So open your legs just like this and you're going to feel the engagement of the glute right here. So you can do 10 open and close. If you want to raise the difficulty, you can bring your legs, both of your legs up actually. Like this, hold it and open and close. 10 repetitions of each. And then switch sides. You can do 3 sets on each side. So when you're done with this, you're gonna lay on your stomach and we're gonna start doing the exercise targeting mainly your back. So in this position, you wanna engage the same muscle chain that we explained. So what do you have to feel? You have to feel like as if you would have like a small fruit underneath your belly that you don't wanna scratch. So you engage pelvic floor, transverse, and multifidus. So you don't wanna feel that your belly is like flat on the floor, but you wanna feel like everything is engaged. From this position, we're gonna go into a basic Superman. So the Superman is the exercise when you're gonna raise opposite arm and opposite legs. So you're gonna go like this, you're gonna hold the position up for about 5 seconds, then bring it down and switch. So left, right is 1, and you wanna give me 10 on each side. If you want to raise the difficulty up, you can do both arms and both legs in the same time. Hold for 10 seconds and bring it down. 10 reps, and you can do 3 sets. When you're bringing both legs and both arms up, think about not scratching the little fruit underneath your belly. Keep your belly engaged and the muscle chains on. So now we're going to go what we call the quadruped position. So as you saw, we started the workout lay down and slowly but surely we are making our way up. So in this position, start by feeling the engagement on the muscle chain. So pelvic, floor, transverse, and multifidus. In this position, we're gonna do what we call the cat-cow. So first, you're gonna think about bringing your belly up and make a round back with holding the initial position. And from this position, you're gonna slowly go into an arching position. This exercise is made to bring more mobility into your spine. You can give me 10 of those. Right? From this position, we're going to go into a modified Superman position. So same idea than the first Superman we did, but onto a quadruped position. So first, engage the muscle chain, and then you're gonna bring up opposite arm and opposite legs, slowly but surely. Don't lose the connection, keep your hips parallel to the floor, and switch. Once you reach the extended position, you can hold the position for about 3 seconds, and then switch. Right, left is 1, give me 10 of each, 3 sets. If you want to bring the difficulty level up, you can try to do same side. So one side and leave the same arm and the same leg. This is much more difficult. So same. When you get into the extended position, try to hold the position for 2 to 3 seconds and switch. Same thing. All right, once you're done with it, you can go onto your knee. And then in this position, try to engage your muscle chain. So think pelvic floor, transverse, multifidus. And try to just breathe in, breathe out. Try to feel as natural as possible. Once you're done it a couple of times, then I guess that's it for this episode. But stay tuned for next one, in which Elizabeth is going to feature our infamous beginner abs. See you next time.
Camera 2, audio, action.
Breakfast is essential to kickstart your day. It reboots your system as your metabolism slows down during sleep for recovery. Planning a well-balanced first meal of the day beneficiates both your mental and physical health. Coming from someone who intends to gain muscle, after a big breakfast, I like to eat every 2 to 3 hours to ensure my muscles have the fuel they need to keep going throughout the day. Alright guys, what do you think of this workout? Not bad, huh?
Remember, you don't have to be a Cirque du Soleil artist for this workout to benefit you.
Stick with it, you won't be
Hey everybody,
sorry.
Tracy from T-Bone's Barbecue here again. Got a great recipe for you here this week. We talk a lot about meats and poultry and seafood and everything that you can put a flame to. You can either smoke or grill or barbecue of some form, but it's 100 degrees out here right now. I could use a refreshing drink. I think maybe we should talk about how you can use your grill, your smoker, or your pellet stove to make yourself some wonderful drinks here as we're getting into the middle of summer. So we're gonna make some peach bellinis here today. So I have some white peaches here, really great, nice and ripe white peaches. Gone ahead and split them in half, taking out the pit. What you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and just take the one half, you wanna dip it here in your sugar, just ever so slightly, and you'll kind of just wanna make sure you get sugar on all the flesh. And you want to do that with all these. For today's purposes, we're going to go ahead and just use 3 peaches. And go ahead and get all these nice sugar. Sugar is going to caramelize on here, which is going to make it really nice later on when we get to the drink making part. But also this is going to help protect some of the fruit from the heat from the smoker, or if you're going to grill it over direct heat from the heat from the barbecue. Okay, so we've got all these with sugar on them now. The only ingredients you need for this recipe is Prosecco or whatever champagne you like. If you're not an alcohol drinker or you want to make this for your kids, you can substitute champagne for apple cider, pure cane sugar, and some peaches. So now we're gonna go ahead and walk over to the smoker and get these on there. Okay, so we've got our sugar on our peaches, and now we're just gonna go ahead and put them right on our smoker. We'll go ahead and put them right on the grill. Go ahead and spray a little bit of oil on the grill so that your fruit does not stick. We're gonna go ahead and just put those on there. You also want to smoke these over a fruit blend. We're doing ours over a peach, pear, and applewood blend here today. You're gonna want to smoke these at 275 degrees. You're gonna smoke them for about 20 minutes. Again, we cook to temp, not time. You want to go ahead and just get these nice and browned on both sides. So what I usually do is I put them on for 7 to 10 minutes, flip them another 7 or 10 minutes and pull them off. But they usually take about 20 minutes, 10 minutes on each side. We're gonna go ahead and let these sit on the smoker and get nice and warm, get that sugar caramelized, and we'll come back in about 10 minutes and turn them over. Okay, welcome back. So again, we are making peach bellinis today, and this is the first part of our bellini. We're gonna go ahead and smoke our white peaches. We've had them on here for about 10 minutes now. Again, you wanna do both sides. So we're gonna go ahead and just turn these over here. Don't wanna burn them, but you do want some nice, you can kind of see, look at the nice grill marks you're getting on that there. You're getting some browning. That's what you're looking for. We usually let these smoke for about 20 minutes, about 10 minutes on each side. Again, you're smoking these at 275 degrees. I like to put them on the very top rack. That way they don't get so much heat. If you want to do this on your Weber or on your pellet grill, which would be a direct heat source, you want to go ahead and probably cut your time down by a few minutes. So instead of 10 minutes on each side, maybe about 7 minutes. That direct heat's going to be a lot more potent and a lot stronger, and it's going to cook those peaches a lot faster. So we're going to go ahead and let these turn the other side for 10 more minutes and pull them off and move on to the next step. So our peaches have now been on the smoker for 20 minutes, about 10 minutes on each side. We're going to go ahead and pull them off now and move on to the next phase of our bellinis. So what you're looking for here, just so that you can see at home, these are still nice and soft. You see how they're still pliable. It's nice grill marks there, and nice sugar coating. All that brown there is all the sugar that has caramelized. It's going to be really tasty. And the smoke from the fruit blend of chips that we used is going to add a very distinct flavor profile to our drink. Very yummy. All right, so here's our finished product here. You can see we've got our browning of the sugar, nice and tender still. You can still see the juice coming out of there. You don't want to overcook these. You know you've overcooked them if on the edge here these really start to peel, kind of like if they peel up and they start to turn really brown, you've sucked all the juice and all the moisture out of them, and they're going to be very dry. You can still fix this. You can add some ice, you can add some water when you blend them. You can add additional champagne or cider or whatever, but you don't want to dry these out. You want this juice to blend with your champagne or your cider, whatever you're using, and everything else, and really make a nice refreshing drink. So about 10 minutes on each side. Again, nice and pliable there. You still see the juice. That's what you're looking for there. So now we're going to move over to our blender and make these bellinis. Okay, so we've got our peaches that are all smoked now. 1 or 2 of these will be enough for 4 to 6 drinks. Again, you're not using the whole peach for your drink. You're going to put your champagne or your cider into your glass, and you're going to add some of this puree into it and then stir it up. So depending on what size your glass is, something this size or taller, you're going to use a little more of it. traditional champagne glass or your Bellini glass, you can use a little less of it. So I'll let you judge how much you need, but these are pretty good sized peaches. And again, you're only using about a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on what size your glass is, of this puree. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and we're going to put 3, because I'm going to make several of these. In here, I like to add just a few ice cubes, just to lubricate my blade. I go ahead and put this in here, lock that in. Okay, so we've got a nice puree here. You can kind of see it's all nice and mixed up there. Oh man, you can smell the smokiness of it, real good. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead and take your glass, just do a couple variations here. So you pour your Prosecco or your cider into your glass. You wanna fill it about 1/3 of the way, a little more, a little less. There we go. We'll do one here with cider as well, so you can kind of see. There we go. Go ahead and take some of our puree here. Just slide it right in like that. Same thing here with the, and again, use a little bigger spoonful on the cider, just because it's a bigger glass. We are going to go ahead and take our spoon here. You want to just slightly mix this up. If you stir it too fast, it'll cause too many bubbles and it will go right over the top of the glass. We'll do the same thing on this one here. Just kind of give it a nice mix in there. And we're going to go ahead and finish off the rest of this with our champagne. There we go. Do the same thing here with our cider. Okay. And what you want to do is you can slice some other peaches that you didn't smoke, or some of the smoked ones as well. You just put a nice, whoops, that's a little too big for that glass. There we go. That one there. We'll do a smaller one for this one. Do a nice peach there for garnish. And there you have your smoked peach Bellini, or using champagne or apple cider. And again, if you don't want to do a Bellini per se, you can do the same thing with limes. We went over this a couple weeks ago with smoking fruits and vegetables. If you do a blended margarita, go ahead and smoke these limes about 5 minutes on each side. Throw these in your blender, puree them up, and then go ahead and add your tequila or your margarita mix, and you've got the perfect summer margarita. This here is a very simple alcoholic and non-alcoholic version of a peach Bellini. For more recipes and more information about T-Bones Barbecue, visit us on Facebook at T-Bones Barbecue, Instagram, T-Bones Island Barbecue, or visit us on our website at tbonesbarbecue.com. Check us out next week as we show you more innovative ways to use your backyard grill, smoker, or pellet grill to survive this COVID-19 pandemic. See you next week.
So many different times now, I swear I'll never feel